popular fleet car, the Volkswagen Passat Saloon is now in its 8th incarnation. And we reckon the likes of the Ford Mondeo, Vauxhall Insignia and Hyundai i40 should be quaking in their boots. Introduced in 1973, VW has sold nearly 500,000 Passats in the UK to date. We wouldn't be surprised to find this model pushes that number up considerably, because it really is a huge leap forwards, whether it looks like it or not. VW claims to be going for the timeless look with its current styling, which is why this all-new car looks instantly familiar. Sure, it's more expensive than the outgoing model, but that extra cash goes towards making the Saloon better to drive, cheaper to run and a nicer place to spend time. There are loads of safety features on board too, so it's likely to appeal to families as well as the 80% of cars that'll go to company car drivers. For diesel engines, there's a quartet of engine options for VW Passat buyers, along with either 6-speed manual and 6 or 7-speed automatic or DSG gearboxes. The best performance comes from the 2-litre TDI engine, a diesel engine with 2 turbos, which generates 238 bhp and a mighty 500 Nm of torque to sprint from 0-62 mph in 6.1 seconds. Its top speed is 150 mph and it's auto only. At the other end of the spectrum you've got the efficient 1.6-litre TDI, which is capable of emissions as low as 103 GkM. It can be fitted to either manual or 7-speed DSG gearboxes. In the middle is the 2-litre TDI, which has a pair of power outputs to pick from. The first is set to be the most popular, the 148 bhp. The other is slightly more powerful, delivering 188 bhp. Both come with a choice of 6-speed gearboxes. Our pick is definitely the excellent 148 bhp engine, which is versatile and punchy without costing the earth to run. Find out more in the performance section of this review. Generous standard kit. There are 5 trim levels to pick from: S, say Business, GT and Line. Even at the lowest S level you get a lot of standard kit, but we're expecting say Business models to be the most popular. Highlights of these trims include adaptive cruise control, 17-inch wheels, automatic wipers and lights, parking sensors and a host of safety system. TDI models get dynamic chassis control as standard, allowing the driver to choose whether harder, sportier suspension is a better fit for the roads they're on than softer comfort mode. This system is an optional extra on all other Passats. Other highlights from the optional extras list include CarNet Guide and Inform, which connects to the internet and will provide live news, weather and traffic information. Verdict: we're very fond of the new Passat Saloon. The new model is a step forward in every meaningful way, and we love it for that. The Saloon's only issue is very close to home, though. It's set to be outsold by its more practical estate counterpart. To find out more about this crucial new car, read on for the full Volkswagen Passat Saloon review. Performance. For buyers of the UK version of the Volkswagen Passat Saloon, performance comes from diesel power alone when the car is launched. There are 4 main power outputs on offer, along with 6-speed manual and 6-speed or 7-speed DSG automatics. The best seller right at the core of the range is a 2-litre engine which gets either 148 bhp or 188 bhp. And 340 or 400 Nm respectively, available with 6-speed manual or automatic gearboxes. Both do 0-62 mph in 8.7 seconds, while top speed is 137 mph or 136 mph with DSG Auto Box. We've only driven the 148 bhp version, but can report it's the ideal companion for the Passat. It's versatile and has more than enough grunt to get you where you need to be. The only downside is it's a little noisy, but we suspect that's more to do with how quiet the rest of the car is rather than this engine being particularly gruff. Our thoughts are mirrored by VW itself, which claims 80% of Passat models will feature this engine. Need more power? At the top end you've got the 2-litre TDI engine which develops 237 bhp and torque of 500 Nm. It is coupled only with automatic gearboxes. This model also gets the 4MATIC 4-wheel drive system and will cover 062 mph in just 6.1 seconds. Top speed is 150 mph. This engine is great, with next to no hesitation when you press the throttle and a real shove in the back as you accelerate. It doesn't feel massively faster than the 148 bhp engine, though, so we're struggling to think of a way to justify paying extra for it unless you need the ultimate towing capacity and 4-wheel drive. At the lower and cheaper to run end of the spectrum there's a 1.6-litre TDI with 118 bhp and 250 Nm of torque. This is coupled with either manual or 7-speed automatic gearboxes. We're expecting a petrol-electric hybrid Passat GTE to be launched in October 2015. Handling: while it isn't the most engaging car in its class to drive, the Passat Saloon actually handles very well when driven enthusiastically. There's minimal body roll and the steering is well weighted and accurate. At lower speeds it lightens nicely for easy maneuvering. Thanks to a diet which has seen the Passat shed up to 75 kilograms, it's definitely more agile than the previous version. We tested cars fitted with the dynamic chassis control option which is standard on 4-wheel drive by TDI models and found this to be very impressive. In sport mode the car's body control is greatly improved, making more level cornering and an engaging experience a reality only dreamt about in earlier Passats. Choosing comfort does the opposite, but also greatly improves the ride quality. The TDI model also gets 4-wheel drive, so if you're going to be towing, this is the model to choose as it also gets the highest towing capacity of 2,200 kilograms. If that's the case, think about going for the optional factory-fitted tow bar because then you can have trailer assist, which will automatically steer your car and trailer into a parking space, with you controlling the throttle and brakes. We've tried this and it works brilliantly, albeit with a little practice to begin with. Equipment: the Passat lineup includes 5 trim levels. It starts at S, rising to C, then fleet-focused C Business before moving up to GT and finally the line at the top of the range. Standard Volkswagen Passat Saloon equipment: no matter which Passat you go for, there's a fairly high level of standard equipment on offer. Cars in S trim boast a multimedia system with DAB digital radio, lumbar support, knee and side rear airbags. A post-collision braking system holds the brakes after a crash to prevent further accidents. A misfueling system prevents you putting the wrong fuel into the car. A driver alert system alerts you when the car senses you're showing signs of fatigue. 16-inch alloy wheels, iPod and Bluetooth connectivity and a leather multifunction steering wheel including controls for multimedia systems. Climbing to C spec means the addition of front assist and adaptive cruise, which will automatically brake for you in the event a collision is detected in front, even when cruise is active. There's also a driver profile selection system which allows you to tailor the car's driving characteristics to your requirements. Factors such as steering and throttle response can be adjusted. More comfortable seating is on offer here too, while a hike to 17-inch alloys joins front and rear parking sensors, automatic lights and rain-sensing wipers. Company car drivers may want to investigate C Business, which adds a sat-nav system, front fog lights, tinted rear windows and electrically folding wing mirrors. Moving towards the higher end of the range is GT spec. This means 3-zone climate control, heated Alcantara seats with leather bolsters, 18-inch alloys, ambient lighting in the cabin and a color multifunction display in the dash. Finally, The top off-the-range line trim gets a sportier body kit along with distinctive trapezoid exhaust tailpipes, special aligned seats and stainless steel pedals. Optional Volkswagen Passat Saloon equipment. There's a range of optional extras on offer to further enhance your Passat. CarNet Guide and Inform is a feature which uses the internet to provide live online traffic, weather and news information direct to the car. It connects via a smartphone Wi-Fi hotspot and is accessed using the car's touchscreen. You can also order predictive pedestrian protection, which uses a radar behind the rear view mirror to detect pedestrians in front of the car and brake for you if the driver doesn't intervene to avoid a collision. Traffic Jam Assist can accelerate, brake and steer for you in slow-moving traffic, easing the strain of the journey. The system works at speeds up to just under 10 miles per hour and there is a button to switch the system off. Emergency Assist can detect a medical emergency if the driver loses consciousness and will keep the car in lane while bringing the vehicle to a complete stop automatically. Finally, Trailer Assist will maneuver a trailer for you automatically, taking care of the complex steering required and leaving you with just the brake, throttle and gears to worry about. Comfort. Volkswagen Passat comfort levels are impressively high. It's always been the case with the Passat. It's a seriously relaxing car to drive and certainly comfort is one of its USPs. We were impressed with how little wind and road noise made it into the cabin. VW has obviously gone to great lengths to optimize aerodynamics and insulation to achieve this. Ultimately, the best tried quality comes when using the dynamic chassis control system, which is optional on all cars except the TDI, which comes with it as standard. All Passats except entry-level S models get Ergo Comfort seats, which are mightily comfortable and supportive. We've not tried what you get at the bottom of the range yet, though. Practicality. Those familiar with the previous version will probably be shocked to learn that Volkswagen Passat Saloon practicality has improved, and not just by a little bit. The 586-litre boot is 21 litres bigger than before, and the cabin space has increased too, even though many of the car's exterior dimensions have shrunk. As ever, there's plenty of room for 4 adults and 5 will fit at a squeeze. Occupants have a choice of cubbies and the cup holders to store their fare. An option worth considering is the automated boot opening, which makes life a whole lot easier when you've got your hands full. Safety. Volkswagen Passat Saloon safety is something the firm has done a lot of research on, and there are loads of features installed to prevent the worst happening, or help when it does. Along with a plethora of airbags, even base-spec models get a feature called Driver Alert System, which can sense when you're getting tired and will warn you to take a break. The post-collision braking system holds the brakes on after you've had an accident. This stops your car from causing more damage if there are further collisions in the event. Bluetooth hands-free connectivity is included too, and there's even a feature to stop you misfueling your car. Moving up to safe trim gets you autonomous braking both at low speeds and using the active cruise control. It'll bring the car to a stop if it senses it's going to hit something. You also get automatic wipers, dusk-sensing headlights and parking sensors at both ends of the car. The standout optional extra is a system that'll drive your car for you at very low speeds. It takes care of the brakes, throttle and steering to help you feel relaxed while sat in slow-moving traffic jams. This system is inventively named Traffic Jam Assist. Reliability. A firm with a reputation for top build quality, we wouldn't worry too much about Volkswagen Passat Saloon reliability. As ever, the car feels very well put together and there aren't any worrying rattles or squeaks while driving.